Hello, yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies, episode 89. United we stand, divided we fall. Well, I've been sitting back, watching a lot of the media and stuff going on in the CPAC speeches and everything, and again, this gut feeling came to me, and I have to go back, and I'm going to be all over the place with this, so just be patient, because I don't script anything out, I don't write anything out, it all comes from the cuff. In a lot of ways, over the years, we've heard about how our forefathers were brilliant and geniuses, but as with all walks of life, you just can't think of everything. And one of the things that they might have foresaw, and this is why we have the voting system and the judicial systems in place, and Second Amendment, the Bill of Rights, all that good stuff. But there's been a common theme since the start of this nation, and quite frankly, before that. And regardless of what you want to call it, our side, your side, good versus evil, what we allowed to have happen in this country is we have a system now in place, looking back, and just reflect and just sit back and think about things throughout the years of your life. Everything plays around two common factions: us versus them. Choosing sides. And my initial reaction, well, why do we have to choose sides? But then when you look through the whole political history, the Democrat and the Republican Party came out later after the formation of our government. And remember, the original power was to the states. The only purpose of a president and a government was to control the military and to deal with national crises. So just think about this and let this sink in. We have a system, and it's been this way since the inception of it. We have a system where we elect a president that both sides can't like. I mean, we've seen it over the last 50 years. You have a Republican-controlled House, a Democrat-controlled Senate, a Republican or Democratic president. Yet nothing can get done because neither side can agree. And lately, the rhetoric is just so bad. And I started to get this, again, it's a revelation. I started to get this watching CPAC, and, the Orange Man, all these Republicans up there, they're no different than the left, sitting up there, demonizing, vilifying the other side, and vice versa. That's all the left does. We witnessed that through Trump. And again, this has been a conditioning. Just look at sports, and I'm just going to pick up on football and hockey, the and of course boxing and MMA and all this. What's the mentality of these sports? And you can apply it to just about everything, but it's always us versus them, the competition. Well, why I'm bringing up football and hockey is because I've played organized sports. I've played hockey. I've played with people that literally just wanted to go out there and hurt somebody. Why would you want to hurt your fellow man? Just for the win. What's wars about? One side claims they're good, the other side claims they're good, and they both accuse the other of being evil. Religion. Religion was created to divide. You got the Protestants think they're the right religion. You got the Muslims think they have the right religion. You got the Catholics think no, their religion is ultimate. The Baptists, no, our religion. You see in the picture here? You know, the Bible says God created all man equal. This is the message we're missing. And we've created a society, a world view. Just as examples, if I've got a college degree, and if I've got money, and I've got prestige, and I have a mansion and expensive cars, I'm better than the man that has a wife with 3 kids, providing for his family, going out there, working day in and day night, busting his ass to provide for his family. But in my view, I'm better than that person because I don't have to do that stuff. I don't have to go out there and mow my grass or shovel my snow. I pay people to do that. You people think slavery doesn't exist anymore? What do you call maids and butlers? These are people that, God forbid, have to go in and clean a bathroom. Right? The Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth, and I have a strange feeling God's going to have a field day with you rich people that just think you're better than everybody else, and and our government does the same thing. They think they know better than us. They're going to tell us what's good for us. They're going to tell us what's best for us. We are missing the core principle of the teachings of Jesus. Jesus didn't teach a religion. He taught a way of life. Jesus wasn't out there promoting wealth. He told Lazarus, give up all you have and follow me. Lazarus wasn't willing to do that. This complex we have in this world, and specifically in this country, this has been the plan all along. What do you think the Civil War was about? Division. Us versus them. One side was right, the other side was wrong. This was, I believe, something that I don't know, maybe the forefathers saw this and maybe they didn't. But people identify as, I'm an independent, I'm a liberal. I'm a Democrat. What happened to being American? What happened to looking at your fellow man and not judging them based on their education, their wealth, their color? I said this before in a previous episode. This is why this country can never unite. And watching everything going on right now, people better start getting the picture. And they better start realizing everything that's happening in Canada and in Europe, it's coming here. What are you going to do? Because they're going to force you to choose sides. And ultimately, the Bible does the same thing. You either choose God or Satan. We got to stop looking at each other in these terms. Otherwise, we're not going to progress as a race. You know, I remember watching a Red Fox stand up because he had married, he was married to an Asian woman at the time, and he talked about somebody came up to him and said, why'd you marry outside your race? And he had the best answer. What race you talking about? I married within the human race. This whole race thing, again, this was the left and the right. Both parties created this problem. Until we start looking at each other as we're all part of the human race, you look at, have we really progressed over all these years? Everything Martin Luther King Jr. did we really advance anything? Well, judgment's coming now. I think the wheels have been set in motion, and again, I'm not gonna disagree with anybody that says the Orange Man wasn't just as decisive and divided the country just as much as the left did, because he did. All you gotta do is watch these CPAC speeches. It's nothing but attacking and vilifying the other side. Well, what makes you so righteous? You can apply this, again, you can apply this to our whole society. The rich and famous versus the poor. There's a reason the Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth. Because there's a satisfaction of working for everything you've achieved for and grinding it out and bloodying your fingers and getting your hands dirty. We have a society that doesn't even know what that's about. Most of our people in government have never had a job, which, by the way, that should be a requirement to function, to be elected into our government. Not just somebody that grew up, went to high school, got the best schools, went to Harvard and Yale, and then got into politics. No. One of the requirements, in my opinion, you should have had to work in the private sector to understand how things work, because these people don't connect with the average American, the blue collar worker. I said this before. I don't know what it would take to unite everybody. I guess maybe our country getting invaded. You look what Ukraine did. And by the way, that was a red pill. Them passing out weapons to their people to fight. Newsflash for all you Democrats. There goes your Second Amendment here. Because quite frankly, I think that's the only thing that's kept us from being invaded. Is that we're a heavily armed society. I don't know. It's my rant. Things are a lot different now than when I was growing up. People were nice to one another. Neighbors were neighbors. Everybody was friendly. You don't have that anymore. You look at the whole COVID situation. You got people attacking each other over whether or not you're vaccinated, whether or not you're wearing a mask. Again, divided. Just sit back. That's all I ask. Just sit back and just look at your life growing up. You can see the divisiveness of what we had to grow up in. And some people have overcome it and some people haven't. And you can't fix stupid. You can't fix ignorant. But boy, I can tell you this. When this economy crashes, and it will, and people are going to be forced to their knees because we're going to go into Mad Max days when that happens. It's going to be a rough period. The people that are going to struggle the most are those people with the college degrees, the butlers, the maids, because they're not going to have a clue on what to do. They don't know how to cook food. They don't know how to build a fire. They don't know how to do anything other than pay people to do it. And that's my rant for the day. And y'all can call me batshit crazy and hopium and all this other stuff, but this is the way I see things, and this is where we've gone astray as a society and as a world. And until we start treating each other as equals, nothing's going to change. So until then, stay strong, stay safe, stay vigilant, be prepared, keep your faith, and pray for the salvation of this world. God bless everybody. Zebra 3, take us home.